Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. Of course, in Diego, and today we're going to talk about more about Babygirl. But the reason I'm giddy right now, okay, is, and I'm not doing this because I'm taking pleasure in someone else's pain. I am not, okay. But as of right now, it was released. Here I am reviewing Babygirl, and guess what? We just got a press release yesterday about Nicole Kidman. Ooh. Nicole Kidman, now what have I been saying in these past videos about how she's having a 2/3 of a life crisis? Okay, she's over the hill. Okay, she's acting out because she's not young and pretty the way she used to be, and other younger women are taking that spot. You've got like the Anna de Armases out there. You've got the Florence Pugh, who I think is mid, but she's getting a lot of work. You get the Zendayas out there, who I think is ugly as hell, but she's getting a lot of work. You get the Sydney Sweeneys out there, yeah, who is drop dead gorgeous. I think has nothing bad to say about her. Okay, she's incredible. Sydney Sweeney is not just pretty. She's not pretty. She's sexy. Okay, women like pretty. Okay, but they're intimidated by sexy. Okay, and Sydney Sweeney's definitely sexy. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, you got the young crew out there, the young women out there, the up and comers out there. They're just starting out. They're just now making themselves known. Okay, and they're dethroning the old guard. Okay, the Nicole Kidmans of the world. Okay, the Melanie Griffiths of the world. Okay, they're being dethroned. Okay, Cher, Madonna. They're not on top. They're not on top of the sexual hierarchy anymore. Okay, they're over the hill. They're gone. And you need to age gracefully, but these women don't want to age gracefully. She's having a crisis. That's why at 57 years old, she decided to do this erotic thriller because she doesn't want to accept the fact that she's old. She's old. She cannot pull the high-value men the way she used to anymore. Okay, she just can't. She can't even, as we're about to talk about, she can't even hold on to the high-value man that she's got. Okay, so this was just released yesterday. I'm going to read some of the headlines. You can look it up on social media if you don't believe me. Okay, but 23 hours ago, People.com. Nicole Kidman files for divorce from Keith Urban after 19 years of marriage. Can I call it or can I call it? Haven't I been saying this? That Nicole Kidman's having a meltdown. Didn't know one of my videos I say, let's see how long this marriage lasts. Okay? This is perfect example. Okay? Guys, never trust what a woman says. Never trust what a woman says. Okay? Women don't even trust themselves with their own words. Okay? Trust what a woman does. What does a woman do? Here is a woman clearly over the hill who's acting out. Okay, who wants to be seen as sexy at her age, doesn't want to accept the fact that the Botox isn't just for a role, it's what she does in real life to try to look younger. Okay, that she chose to show her naked body in this movie. Okay, her fake titties, her Ozempic body, her no muscle tone, no nothing. Okay. I'm sorry, but she's just not. We don't need to see the butt under the moonlight walks like that, which was a hallmark of the 1990s. Okay, but we don't need to see that in 2024 with a 57-year-old woman. We don't need to see that. We just don't. Sorry, we don't. Okay, so clearly this is a woman who does not want to age gracefully. She doesn't want to accept the fact that she's getting older, that she's not young and hot anymore. Okay, and so when women feel that way, okay, and it's sad because these women, like Nicole Kidman, okay, these are the women that were telling women what to do 30 years ago. They were the icons. That other 19, 20-year-old women were just, whatever, Nicole Kidman's so flawless. Oh my God, I want to be just like her. Look at her hair. I want my hair like her. I want nails like her. I want to wear that dress, And they would model themselves after actresses like Nicole Kidman. Okay, lots of them. Drew Barrymore was hot back in the 90s as well. Okay, a lot of women were. Demi Moore. Okay, I mean, there was a lot of women that were hot back in the day, and they held power over the cultural zeitgeist. They held power over the women. Okay, they modeled their looks after these prominent women, these prominent, women that were sexy, okay, or considered sexy, okay. All right, now what a woman considers sexy in a woman is not necessarily what a man considers sexy in a woman, okay, and vice versa. All right, you had the role models out. You had the Julia Roberts out there. You had the Meg Ryans out there. Okay, these were women that other women wanted to be like. They wanted to look like them. They wanted that hairstyle. I mean, look at Jennifer Aniston, for Christ's sake. Okay, every fucking white girl in America in 1994 had the goddamn Jennifer Aniston haircut. Okay, every single one. Okay, I mean, that's the kind of influence that these women have. That's the reason I make these videos, because it's not just a movie. Okay, it's a form of programming. It's a form of influence. Okay, when something catches the zeitgeist, people want to imitate it. They want to cash in on it. Okay, they want to exploit it. You see what I mean? Okay, and that's exactly what these women were doing. Okay, that's what Nicole Kidman is still trying to do. She's trying to be like, you can be sexy at any age. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, this is actually pathetic. And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell is Keith Urban still with her? Okay, I mean, look at this embarrassment. This is embarrassing. Okay, if this was my wife, of 19 years doing this freaking movie, I would have divorced her before the movie came out. Are you crazy? You're my freaking wife. You're my 57-year-old wife. What the hell are you doing showing your bush, okay, and your titties and your ass to the whole world, okay, in a movie? Okay, what the hell are you doing making orgasm faces at the camera, okay, with a 25-year-old, a 27-year-old? What the fuck? You know? This is embarrassing. You know, I don't want my wife doing shit like this. Well, I guess I was right. Now, just before, let's not make Keith Urban a saint. He's no fucking saint, okay? He's a rock star with a drug habit. Always has been addicted to drugs, okay? And I understand, I have sympathy for that. A lot of people in my family, okay, a lot of people close to me struggle with substance abuse, struggle with alcoholism, okay? Very close to home, all right? So I do have sympathy for people like that, okay? Okay, but most of us, okay, and all of them that I know, okay, don't have multi-million-dollar record deals, okay, and armies of groupies, okay, to comfort him, okay, like Keith Urban does, okay. So, you know, he's been in the professional musician party scene for a very long time now. Okay, probably one of the reasons Nicole Kidman was attracted to him. Okay, in the country music world, which I am not a part of. In the country music world, okay, he's up there. He's up there with like Blake Nelson or something, or whoever the hell those guys. You know, whoever Miranda Lambert cheated on him. He's married to Gwen Stefani now. Blake, you know who I'm talking about, right? Okay, I don't follow country, okay, but in country I know he's a big deal. Okay, I don't follow country, but I know in country music he's a big deal. All right, okay, but he's he's a rock star, basically a country rock star. Okay, of course he's cheated on Nicole Kidman. He gets young women throwing themselves at him all the goddamn time. Okay, one of the reasons Nicole Kidman was attracted to him and married him in the first place was because other women found him attractive. Okay, and women want what other women want. They want to be the one that wins. It's all a competition to them. It makes no fucking sense up here. Okay, but it's in here it makes sense. Okay, women want men that other women want. Okay, go fucking figure. Unbelievable how that works out. They don't want the guy. I don't care how fucking good looking you are or how rich you are or anything. Okay, if you're sitting in a bar all by yourself and some butt ugly motherfucker walks in with like 5 beautiful women all around him, I guarantee you all the other women in that bar are going to go towards that butt ugly guy. And they're going to leave you the fuck alone. Okay? And that's the fucking truth. Okay? Because women want what other women want. Okay? I've seen it happen. We've all seen it happen. You fucking women know it's goddamn true. You know it's true. Okay? So don't give me that shit. All right? Y'all know it's fucking true. All right? And that's the truth. And that's why Nicole Kidman got with Keith Urban, because, you know, he was famous and she was an Oscar I don't think she won an Oscar, but she was an Oscar nominated actress. I think she got nominated for Moulin Rouge, which is a piece of shit movie that I've never seen. I ain't ever going to see. It's gay stuff. Okay? Which is right up her alley, I suppose. She plays a prostitute with a heart of gold. That's all I know. And I don't give a shit. Okay? Yeah. So that's Nicole Kidman, okay? Now, before, so obviously Keith Urban has been cheating on her, okay? Apparently he's been spotted with another woman. There's more articles here. Nicole Kidman feels betrayed as Keith Urban reportedly moves on with a younger woman. Okay, that was posted from Yahoo. That's 19 hours ago. Okay, well, first of all, from what I know, I'm not going to research this thing like I did It Ends With Us, okay? That whole Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively scandal, okay? I made a whole bunch of videos. I reviewed that fucking piece of shit movie, and I covered that scandal while it was going on, like at the same time. Okay, I've never done that before. I ain't going to do it here. I might give you some updates, but when I'm done reviewing this movie, I'm done talking about Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, okay? But from what I've read so far, Keith Urban has been cheating on Nicole Kidman for a while now. Okay, but before you start, feeling sorry for Nicole Kidman, she's been cheating on him too. Okay, she's been cheating on him too. Apparently, last year she was in a relationship with her bodyguard slash boy toy fuck buddy. Okay, and I'm pretty sure his name was Harry Dickinson. I don't know, but I guarantee you the guy was younger, better looking than Keith Urban, and probably had a bigger dick too, and a higher sexual stamina. Okay, so she's no angel here. Okay, She's no wilted flower, okay, injured flower that needs protecting. All right. They're both high value as far as that goes. Okay. Obviously I've said this before and I'll say it again. When women lose their looks, then they better have money. Because if as long as you have money, you're going to get big dick guys to fuck you. Okay. That's what worked for Zsa Zsa Gabor. That's what works for Madonna. That's what works for Cher. Okay. That's what worked for Martha Ray. Okay. That's what worked all these aging women. Okay, is if they have money, okay, they can pay for a bunch of young, ripped-abbed, square-jawed, big dick motherfuckers, okay, to pound them nightly, okay, until they're exhausted. All right, they can do that, okay, if they have money. All right, and Nicole Kidman has money, so she can find some young guy, okay, to fuck her, okay, like, oh my God, my dad jerked off to you. Yeah, she can do that, okay. And of course, Keith Urban, of course, can do that, okay, as well. Okay, so let's not make a saint out of a sinner here, okay? Nicole Kidman's no better than Keith Urban. They're both pieces of crap, I think. Sure, they're talented. I've seen Nicole Kidman act in some pretty good stuff. I've never listened to Keith Urban. If I had, I did not know that was him singing, because I don't listen to country music because I don't believe in incest. That's why. Okay, I kind of like religiously against country music. But I understand there are fans out there. Hey, it's not a diss on them. If they like it, you do you, okay? I'm not telling you what to listen to, okay? But I'm not a fan of Keith Urban. Okay, the only reason I really know about him is because he's married to Nicole Kidman, okay? Here's some other stuff. 36 minutes ago from Page 6, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's daughter, Sunday Rose, walks Dwar runway at Paris. Okay, so their daughter is a model. So you know what that means. She's going to start acting in movies too, okay? Let's see here. 3 hours ago, E! Online. Keith Urban awkwardly avoided Nicole Kidman marriage praise before breakup. When the hell did she praise Keith Urban? Okay, 6 hours ago, Fox News. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban end marriage as actress experiences major career comeback. You call this a comeback? You call this a comeback? This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is a woman who does not know how to read the room. Okay? What the fuck? All right. Here's another one. 22 hours ago, New York Post. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's split was inevitable after this major turning point. Oh, they've both been fucking around. What other turning point is there? Okay. Cosmopolitan, 31 minutes ago. Nicole Kidman has been calling Naomi Watts for clever advice on public split with Keith. Naomi Watts? That fucking bitch? She was with Liev Schreiber for a while. Okay, and then they split up too. Okay, this bitch doesn't know about healthy relationships either. No one in Hollywood does. Okay, the New York Times, 23 hours ago. Nicole Kidman files for divorce from Keith Urban after nearly 20 years. I already said that. 2 days ago, the Tennessean. Nicole Kidman files for divorce from Keith Urban in Davidson County after separation. So they've been separated. Okay, 9 hours ago, Taste of Country. Keith Urban plus Nicole Kidman's divorce. What's true? What's speculation? Okay. Apparently, Nicole Kidman has been fucking her bodyguard for over a year, but now she's living with somebody else. And I don't know who that person is. I'm pretty sure they try to keep that shit private. Okay? And of course, like I said, Keith Urban has been seen with a younger, hotter woman out and about. Okay? So, of course, these are the lifestyles. Okay? No one in Hollywood's marriage lasts because they get married for the wrong reasons. They get married while you're popular. When you're not popular anymore, you lose your marriage. Or when you become popular, you lose your marriage. Okay, Jim Carrey was married to a nobody, but once he hit it big, the first thing he did was divorce his wife and started dating Lauren Holly, who was an actress. Okay, that kind of thing. Sylvester Stallone, my idol. Okay, he was married to a nobody named Sasha. Okay, but once Rocky hit it big, and he started making movies on a regular basis, he ditched his wife. He started cheating on his wife with co-stars and stuff like that, So this is usually what happens. Look at Jonathan Majors, okay? Jonathan Majors was an actor. You probably don't know who that is. He was supposed to be Kang. He played Kang in Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man Quantumania. He was a rising star a couple of years ago, Ant-Man 3 came out and it bombed, okay? But everyone kept praising Jonathan Majors. All the directors, the producers, the writers, all telling how great Jonathan Majors was. They kept showcasing him. He was on the cover of all these fucking magazines, shirtless and shit, trying to look all hot and sexy. He's the greatest thing ever, that kind of thing. Okay, and then he beats up his white girlfriend. Okay, he beats up his white girlfriend. She presses charges. He gets arrested for it. Now fucking Marvel has to fire him. He got convicted for it. They fired him. All his future projects got canceled. He was making a bunch of commercials for the Army. Those all got pulled, never got aired. Okay, He did a movie called Magazine Dreams about the psychotic bodybuilder. That got pulled. It didn't air for like another, it's like 2.5 years before they finally aired that movie. And of course, it bombed at the box. That made like $5 million. I saw it. It was actually pretty good. But, you know, his career is trash now. Okay? He's not getting any acting work anymore. He's not getting anything anymore. Okay? And now he's forced to date black girls again. It's true. During the trial, he had a new girlfriend now who was black. Because he's got to get the women on his side, and he's not gonna, he beat up his white girlfriend. Okay? No black woman's gonna support him. Okay? With that. So he had to get a black girlfriend. I'm sure he did that on purpose. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of what happened. Okay? Once you hit it big, they ditch their roots. Okay? It happens all the damn time. Either when also happens when their career goes to hell. When they lose everything, they ditch, their spouses leave them. When everything's going great, they leave their spouse. When things are going bad, their spouse leaves them. Okay, and that's the big and small of it right there. Okay, and Hollywood is very superficial. It's built on superficiality. It's built on lying. It's built on telling you stories. Okay, it's built on you. I mean, these actors and actresses are engineered, okay, by publicity departments to make you like them. Okay, they leak information to make you think you know them. The truth is you don't know them. All you know is what they want you to know about them. They have publicists for that particular reason. Okay? They have studio heads, okay, who promote actors and actresses that you've never heard of and throw them in your face. Okay, because that person is going to be a thing. And usually has nothing to do with their talent, it has everything to do with identity. Well, is she a black girl? Okay, boom, let's throw her in front of everybody. And you're going to like her whether you like it or not. Okay, and if she gets 3 movies and all of them flop, guess what? Another black girl gets put in front of your face. That's how it works. And if one of them ends up being in something good, or if they're like a mediocre actor, but they're like in a really good movie, then they get a career boost as well, just like everyone else in that movie did. Okay, that's how it works. That's how Hollywood is. Okay, but you don't even get an opportunity unless you're already in the club. The only way to get in the club, okay, is to, number one, be related to somebody who's already in the club, i.e. the child of a famous actor, actress, or producer, or director, or that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, that's how a lot of Hollywood is done that way. Okay, and the other way to get in is to be marginalized. Okay, you've got to be a black lesbian amputee. Okay, you've got to be or in a wheelchair, paraplegic. Okay, or you've got to be an Asian gay guy. Okay, or you have to be a black woman lesbian who's non-binary, or you have to. Okay, I just described the entire cast of Wicked right here. Okay, but that's true. You have to be those things. Okay, or else you will not get in the club. Okay, and that's the honest to God truth. That's how Hollywood works. Okay, and that's why Hollywood is dying. Okay, because people don't live their lives that way. Okay, we don't go about our lives. Okay, based on our identity. Okay, our identity is just part of what we are. It's not who we are. You see what I mean? And Hollywood doesn't seem to understand that. All right. And anyway, so that's my little speech. I needed to make that because it's breaking news. It's going on right now. I'm reviewing this movie and this shit's happening right now. Okay. And Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are getting divorced. Okay. And if my wife made this piece of trash movie, I'd divorce her ass too. All right. Okay. So anyway, before we continue, I keep forgetting to do this. I'm going to do it right now real quickly here. This here. Okay, all my videos, okay, I don't just post them on YouTube, okay? Diego knows at knows Diego, that right there, that is my X. Okay, this video is going to be on X as well. Okay, and then Diego de la Vega knows, that is my Rumble. Okay, this video is going to be on Rumble as well. And one thing that I do know, okay, that I've noticed here is that these videos that I'm making about this movie are not getting a lot of views at all. Okay, and I get that, okay, most people probably don't care, but I post these videos on Rumble, and those Rumbles are getting lots of views. So how is it that on Rumble, which doesn't have as many viewers as YouTube, I'm getting more views than on YouTube? Okay, that's kind of weird. Don't you think like maybe they don't want to show my videos? Okay, they don't want to show my channel. Okay, that's what I keep hearing is going on to everybody, not just me. I mean, I'm happy I got 1,000 subscribers. I mean, to me, that's a lot. Okay, I just do this for fun in my spare time. Okay, but I think I'm probably being shadow banned, and if so, bring it. I don't give a crap. Bring it. Okay, just bring it. Okay, I'm gonna keep spreading my views on these damn movies. Okay, and try to do my part to try to make culture better. Okay, more well informed and more equal and more fair. Okay. Because that's all I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to give you a straight man's point of view because nobody else is doing it. Okay, I created this channel because nobody is doing what I'm doing. Okay? I'm just a guy here sitting in front of my fucking phone telling you about some fucking bullshit chick flicks. Okay? And I'm telling you the truth. Okay? What the guys aren't going to, your dad ain't going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. Your boyfriend ain't going to tell you that. Your husband ain't going to tell you that because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay? I'm going to tell you that. I got nothing in game by lying to you. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to give it to you straight up, baby, with no lube. There ain't no lube here. Don't ask me if I ain't got any. There ain't none in here. I'm going to give it to you the way Romy gets it. Hey, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this movie here. But first of all, the real question you got to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I know damn well that you cannot. You cannot handle the truth. You'll never handle the truth. But you're going to get it anyway. All right, moving right along. So where we leave off last time. Okay, last time when I was reviewing this piece of crap movie, Romy did her typical thing. She lied to her husband and went to a rave bar. Okay, where she was clearly the grandma. She's the oldest person there. It's a bunch of fucking Zoomers. They're dancing and raving and shit, and it's some sort of a techno underground bar. So Grandma Nicole Kidman walks in there. She told her husband she had to work late, but the truth is she went there to go meet Samuel, who's there, okay, to fuck and do drugs and all the other stuff, okay? While she's there, she has some lesbian kisses with some other girls and shit, and she bumps into Sam, who's in the middle of the dance floor, rubbing up with another dude. Yeah, I'm not making that up. Okay, no wonder they portrayed him so masculine and so good. Okay, nobody insulted Samuel's character in the movie. Nobody made him look like a fool. Okay, nobody emasculated him. Okay, nobody hurt his feelings. Nobody did any of these things. Okay, he never walked into a wall. He never tripped over something. He never said something inappropriate, and now he's nervous and embarrassed by. None of those shit happens that happens to all men in these movies. And I always wondered why. I get it that he's the love interest here. He's the forbidden love interest for Nicole Kidman's character. So they can't really hurt him too much. Otherwise, the women who watch this movie are going to lose respect for him. If they lose respect for him, they're not going to buy into the relationship that Nicole Kidman has with him. Okay? So I get from the narrative point why that is. But at the same time, it's 2024 and this is Hollywood. Okay? You don't ever make a movie about a straight white guy and make him look completely good. That never fucking happens anymore. Okay? So I was waiting for the other shoe to drop and now it dropped. Okay, the character of Samuel is fucking is bisexual, which I don't believe in. He's fucking gay. Okay, he likes men. Okay, and this scene fucking proves it. Okay, he likes fucking men. That's the reason he's been given so much respect in this movie. That's why his character has never been humiliated, okay, or disrespected, or embarrassed, or anything like that. It's because he's fucking gay. Okay, that's the only way. Probably, I'm pretty sure the actor that plays him, Harris Dickinson, get it? Harry Dickinson. Okay, I'm pretty sure that he's fucked a lot of guys in order to get this role. Okay, and Nicole Kidman had to sit there and jerk off herself watching him get fucked in the ass so that he could get this role in the movie. And that's the only reason they hired him. Okay, so yes. Okay, now it's revealed. Okay. In the movie, it's revealed why he gets treated with so much respect in this movie, whereas Antonio Banderas is completely emasculated and humiliated, and the fact that he doesn't even realize it, okay, is even more pathetic. Okay, even his daughter suspects his mom is fucking around, but he doesn't. That his wife is getting filled out like an application by some young fucking Zoomer. Okay, even he, and he's fucking Zorro. Antonio Banderas was supposed to be the Latin lover. Okay, and I get it, he's over the hill now as well. Okay, but damn it, why the fuck did you take this role? I lost so much fucking respect for you. You were the fucking, you were one of the fucking expendables. Okay, you were goddamn El Mariachi. Okay, you're a fucking Zorro. Okay, you're one of the assassins. You and Sylvester Stallone were the assassins. Okay, I mean, what the fuck is this bullshit? How do you go from Once Upon a Time in Mexico, okay, to fucking to your wife getting fucking getting her fucking inside scrambled while you're oblivious to it? Okay, like what the fuck is this? I mean, you were one of the fucking Mambo Kings, for Christ's sake. Okay, how the mighty have fucking fallen. Let me tell you something. Okay. This isn't doing no favors for Antonio Banderas either. All right. Okay, I would have turned down this movie. Get some unknown to play the husband. Okay, the cuckolded husband. Don't get a major star. Don't get a former a sex icon for women who is now a former sex icon because of this fucking movie. Don't do that, man. You could have been the next Ricardo Montalban. Okay, let me tell you something about Fantasy Island. Okay, that Mexican motherfucker, not Mexican, I can say this. Okay, that Mexican motherfucker, okay, was getting pussy thrown at him well into his 60s because of fucking Fantasy Island. Okay, that guy was the fucking Mac Daddy of them all. Okay, he'd been seducing women since the goddamn 1940s. Okay, the fucker knew his way around a fucking clitoris. Okay, he knew how to turn with women on. Okay, he had class, he had style. Okay, he had charm, he had fucking everything. Ricardo Montalban. Okay, fucking that guy was just a fucking legend. Okay, and he kept that well into his 50s and 60s. If you look at fucking Fantasy Island, dude, okay, the women were still, young women were swooning over him. And he played Mr. fucking Rourke, him and the little fucking midget tattoo, okay? He fucking had the game at that age with his silver hair and everything, okay? And his white tuxedo. I mean, he rocked it. He rocked it very fucking well, okay? And that's what Antonio Banderas should have done. And now he'll never do that. You know why? Because Ricardo Montalban never took a role where he got fucking cut, okay? He never took that role, okay? If he didn't agree with the character they wanted him to play, he refused to do it. When he first started in Hollywood, they wanted to change his name. They wanted to call him Ricky Martin. I'm not making that up, okay? This is like in the 1940s, they wanted him to change his name to Ricky Martin. I'm not making that up, okay? There's another Ricky Martin, but that was later on. Okay, and he refused to do it because he said, that's not my name. My name is Ricardo Montalban. Okay, he's fucking Mexican. All right? So he had standards, okay? And there was things he would not do. He would not embarrass himself. Okay, at 57 years old, he's not gonna fucking make some erotic thriller. Okay? You know, that would humiliate. He's not gonna walk around in a thong or some shit like that. Would have humiliated him. Okay, at his age. Okay, unlike Nicole Kidman, who needs the attention. Okay, who needs people to talk about her and look at her and all that kind of shit. Okay, or else she doesn't feel good about herself. You see what I mean? Okay, that's the difference here. Okay, and that's what Antonio Banderas should have done. He should have aged like Ricardo Montalban, but he didn't. Sell out. All right. Anyway, so they're at the club, they're dancing and stuff, and they're doing drugs, they're smoking weed and shit. Romy's jealous because she found out recently that Samuel has been fucking her assistant, her secretary, Esme, this black girl, younger black girl. Okay, and she asked him, okay, do you do with her that you do with me? He's like, no, she ain't into that, you know. I like you a lot differently than I like her. And she's all flattered by this. She's like, oh my God, really? You know, that kind of fucking shit. Okay, not realizing what he just fucking said. Okay, he just fucking told her, yes, I'm still fucking her. I'm going to keep fucking her. And I'm going to fuck you too. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it, okay? So because I said something nice, quit fucking stressing about it. Okay, that kind of thing. All right, anyway, she tries to sneak her way home. Her daughter catches her coming in like at 3 a.m, smelling like weed, smelling like fucking booty. That's booty. That's booty dick and pussy. Okay, because she's been fucking him all night and doing drugs at some fucking Zoomer club. Okay, rave party where she was dancing and jumping like a fucking Zoomer, even though she's 57 years old. Okay, that kind of fucking thing. Her daughter doesn't notice anything about her. Just says, oh, I'm worried about you, Mom. Oh, I'm okay. Okay, good. Bye. Good night. That kind of thing. Okay, so nothing comes from that scene. The next scene is at breakfast. Okay, Romy is nervous. Okay, when Esme arrives. Okay. Okay, at breakfast, Romy is nervous, okay, because Esme arrives in her penthouse apartment, which is kind of weird. Like, what are you doing at my home? Okay, but she arrives at the same time her husband, Jacob, Antonio Banderas, and her 2 kids, Isabel, who's like 18 now, and Nora, who's like 12. They leave to go to work and school, and so now it's just Romy and her secretary that are there having a private conversation in Romy's penthouse, okay, which is much nicer than this penthouse, okay, but... Anyway, so that's going on here, okay, and Esme is upset at Romy because she tells Romy, hey, listen, you haven't even talked to me about my promotion. I've been asking you for promotion for a while now, and every time, I ask you about it, you keep saying that we're going to talk about it, and we still haven't talked about it, and it bothers me, that kind of thing, about her future. She's concerned about her future with Romy's company, all right? And she's trying to hint that it's because of racism. So whenever a black person doesn't get what they want, it's racism. Okay, when a white person doesn't get it, they don't deserve it. But when a black person doesn't get it, it's racism, right? Okay, that's what they're trying to say here. Okay, this movie's woke, in case you didn't know. Okay, it's because of racism. Okay, Esme, and it might be, who knows what Romy's character is. Romy's a piece of shit. I would not put racist past her. Okay. Esme tells her that she knows that she's been fucking Sam. Okay, Esme tells her, I know about you and Sam. I know everything. So now Romy's about to shit herself, okay? Especially the last time they had a private conversation at work. Okay, Romy actually threatened her with sexual harassment. She tells Esme, no, technically you are above Samuel, so you're in a position of power over him, and you need to know that before I even consider you for promotion. That kind of thing. Okay, well now we find out that apparently Esme knows that the situation is a hell of a lot worse because Romy is the CEO of the company, and here she is fucking an intern. Okay, not only that, she's fucking Esme's boyfriend. Okay, so now this is a double punch here. Now that this scene came out, I'm starting to think that Esme and Samuel got in this thing together as a way to blackmail. Because how else did Samuel know so much about Romy in the beginning of the movie? Like, he knew that she was susceptible to being told what to do. He knew that she, liked people to give her orders. Okay, that she liked to be bossed around. It turned her on. How did he just know that? How would he ask her an insulting question about her company? Very first thing he ever told her, and knowing that she wouldn't fire him over that. You see what I mean? The only way he could have known that is if Esme had told him. You see what I mean? So I think maybe they were in it together to blackmail her, to blackmail the boss, to improve both of their positions, or maybe just Esme's position. Who the fuck knows? That's what I'm starting to think. All right, but I have not seen the end of the movie yet, so I don't know. Don't spoil it for me, please. Okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, she knows about it. Okay, and so Esme decides to blackmail Romy now. So now she's being blackmailed by two people. Okay, by Samuel and by Esme. Okay. Esme tells her, you will never see Samuel again. You will be a good leader, and you will create more opportunities for women of color within this company. And you will be a good example and role model, the way you used to be when I first met you. Okay? Romy's like, I think you're confusing ambition with morality. And Esme says, you are a feminist role model. I don't want to take you down. I want to keep you at the top. Okay? And I'm thinking like, what the fuck, Romy? I mean, what the fuck, okay? Are you too stupid to realize that she planned this with Samuel? Are you so fucking full of yourself that you can't even figure out that all of this was done on purpose? Okay? That Esme knows, as being your assistant for all the years that she was, she knows Romy pretty fucking well. She knows Romy is lonely. She knows Romy doesn't respect her husband. She probably figured out that Romy likes to get off on fucking S&M and shit and being dominated. So she gave her boyfriend Samuel all this information in order to seduce her so that they can blackmail her. Now, Romy's supposed to be fucking a Yale graduated top of her class. She started her own fucking multi-million-dollar company at 25 years old. I mean, what the fuck? And she couldn't see this? Anyway, so Romy agrees because now she's caught. The cat's out of the bag. Romy's like, okay, she agrees to it. She nods her head and agrees to it. Okay, fine. I will do everything that you say. Okay, but she doesn't appreciate this type of being told what to do. Okay, but yeah, now she's being blackmailed by Esme, her assistant, no less. All right, so now Romy has no choice. Okay, too many people know about this illicit affair. Eventually, it's going to get out. The other employees are going to find out about it. Okay, clearly Samuel told Esme, or they planned it all along. Okay, so eventually her husband is going to find out about it. So Romy decides the time has come to come clean and tell her husband about this affair that she's been having, okay? And she's trying to think of doing it in a way that's not going to hurt her husband's feelings, as if she ever gave two fucking shits about her husband's feelings, all right? I mean, she's already screamed at him and told him you'd never give me an orgasm the entire time we've been married, okay? So, like, what the fuck? She doesn't give two shits about his feelings, all right? Anyway, she's by herself in her study at home, and clearly she called her husband and told him to come home right away. So she waits for Jacob to arrive. Okay, he finally arrives and like, what is it? What is it? What's the emergency? That kind of thing. And so she tries to fucking calm herself down first and try to explain it with a word salad so as not to hit him right away. with the fact that she's been fucking another guy multiple times and getting off with another guy. She's going to try to like soften the blow by talking about her past and her childhood, you know, and how she's had these uncontrollable fantasies her whole life, and she's been trying to get therapy over it, but it didn't work, and all this kind of bullshit that she fucking should have told her husband decades ago. Okay, she tells Jacob that ever since she was a little girl, she's had disgusting, dark thoughts about sex and S&M. Okay, sadomasochism, okay? And she's always struggled with this. No, she hasn't struggled with it, okay? She enjoys this shit, all right? Okay, and Romy's like, you know, I see myself as this very strong and smart woman. I get things done. I'm in control. I'm loving. I'm caring. I'm responsible. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, basically telling her husband how she's all these fucking great things. Okay, the typical feminist thing. They just tell you how great they are before they tell you what a piece of shit they are. Okay, you know, blah, 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 right? Okay, and she's like, I want to work on myself and I want to be a good person. Yeah, right. No, if you want to be a good person, you'd be a good person. If you wanted to be a fucking good person, you would be a good person. You're not a good person because you don't want to be a good person. And that's the fucking truth. The only reason you're coming clean is because you got caught. You got fucking caught. And you're trying to fucking soften the blow that's coming. Okay? The accountability, the consequences of your actions are about to fucking hit you, and you're trying to cushion it as much as you can. You see what I mean? That's what this is about. This has nothing to do with remorse. That's nothing to do with, oh, I've been working on myself. I've been trying to be. No, you don't give a two shits about being a good person. You don't want to be a fucking good person. Okay? You want to be a selfish piece of shit. That's what you are. Okay? And this is your opportunity to be honest about it. Be honest about it. I'm a terrible wife. I'm fucking terrible for you. You're a much nicer person than I am. I don't deserve to be married to a guy like you. I'm a selfish piece of shit. I put my own needs before my own fucking family. I put my own needs before my fucking employees. You see what I mean? Okay, so anyway, so she's going on like all this bullshit, right? You know, she's like, I want to work on myself and be a good person, but I was born like this. I can't help it. It's not my choice. It's not my fault. Yeah, of course it's not your fault. Nothing's ever your fucking fault in these movies. It's never the woman's fault in these movies. When a guy cheats on a wife, okay, it's always his fucking fault. He's a piece of fucking shit. He couldn't keep it in his pants, okay? Who hurt you? Blah, blah, blah. But when a woman does it, it's because her husband failed her. Okay, if he'd been giving her the attention that she needed, she never would have been forced to seek it elsewhere. You had no idea how lonely she was. That kind of bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that fucking noise. All right? Okay, Jacob is like, what? What does this mean? What do you fucking think it means? She's like, I wanted you to do something, but you're just not into it. Okay, she wanted him to rape her. Okay, she asked him to rape her in bed, and he didn't feel comfortable doing it. Okay, he didn't feel comfortable doing it. All right, so that turned her off. All right, okay, so you see, it's her fault. It's his fault. It's his fault that she cheated. Okay, she told him, I wanted you to rape me. He didn't feel comfortable doing it. Okay, so that's why she cheated, because he didn't fucking do what she wanted him to do. It's his fault. If he had done it, she wouldn't have cheated on him. Okay, she's like, I just want to be normal. You know, I want to be the woman that you like. Okay, bullshit. I think it's the other way around. I think she wanted her husband to be the kind of man that she likes, but he's not. He's not that kind of, that's not what she married. She didn't marry that guy. She married this guy who's faithful, you know, he's loyal, he's caring, he's courteous, he's respectful to her. Okay? You know, he cares about her. Clearly he loves her very much. Okay? He's devoted his life to her, to his kids. Okay? And that's what she got. But that's not what fucking gets her pussy wet. That's not what gets her off. And it's true. It's true, guys. Women don't give a shit about what looks good on paper. They'll say that. They'll marry that guy. Okay, but they'll fuck the guy that turns them on. They'll marry the guy that looks good on paper. But they'll fuck the guy that turns them on. And that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. Okay? That's the fucking truth. Okay? She loves Jacob because of the security, the stability that he brings her. Okay? Father of her kids. You know, someone to talk to every day, someone she shares a bed with, like someone to go on vacations with, someone to have birthday parties with, okay, someone to do all these things with, okay, to play out in the yard with, okay? But when it comes to fucking getting her rocks off in bed, she's got Samuel for that, okay, because that's his job. That's what he does for her. You see what I mean? And she feels it's not fair that she can't have both. You see what I mean? It's his fault for not being able to make her come. You see what I mean? That's her rationality, okay? Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? You know, I think she wants him to be that way, but he's not that way, okay? And Jay goes, I'm confused. Be a little more specific. And Rose says, like, I never got to experience those fantasies in real life, okay? I just haven't, okay? I haven't. Until I met. He's like, met who? Do I know this person? No, you don't know him. Bullshit. You had fucking breakfast with him in your own fucking house and played with him out in the fucking yard with your kids. She's like, it was just a man, a stranger. Bull fucking shit. It's one of your fucking employees. One of your interns. Okay, so she can't even tell the truth the right way. She can't even confess the right way. She's still bullshitting. She's still a piece of shit. And it was only once, just one. Bull fucking shit. It's been the whole fucking movie. They've been fucking in the employee bathroom, in her office, in seedy hotels, in luxury hotels, in closets, in hallways, in staircases, in elevators, okay? In patios. They've been fucking everywhere. What a fucking cunt. And Jacob's like, are you in love with him? That's what the woman is supposed to say, you dumb fuck. This guy is a fucking pussy. He's a fucking woman played by a man. This fucking bitch, Helena, whatever the fuck her name is, the one that wrote, she directed this movie, she wrote this piece of shit. She clearly hates men. She's a fucking lesbian. She fucking hates men. Helena Rain, yeah. She wrote this piece of shit. She directed this piece of shit. This is her baby. This is her baby girl. Okay? She wrote fucking Antonio Banderas as a fucking woman, and she wrote Nicole Kidman as a fucking man. Because she wishes she was a man. Because she has fucking penis heavy. She wishes she had a fucking big cock. Okay? That could satisfy women, but she don't. She don't. So this is her way of acting that out. This is her fucking meltdown. That's what this fucking script is. Okay? Most men don't really give two shits whether or not, you know, she loves the other guy. The fact that she slept with him is all it takes. That's all it takes for us to fucking detach. Okay, you slept with him. I don't give a shit if you love him or not. You slept with him. Clearly, you didn't love me enough to be faithful to me, so fuck you. That's how guys react to this shit. I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. Okay? It doesn't fucking matter whether you love him or not. It doesn't matter if it was one time or not. Okay? You fucked him. That's it. That's it. The one thing that men require from their wives, you fucking did it with another guy. Okay? That's it. Okay? There's no coming back from this. Okay? Not any man with any self-respect is going to come back from this. All right? So that's going on here, whether or not she loves the other person or not, that's something a woman would ask. Okay? That's something a woman would ask. Okay? It's not something a man would ask. All right? But like I said, fucking lesbians wrote this movie. Okay? And Roman's like, no, I don't love him. It's not about a safe word or a safe place or consent or the kink. There has to be danger involved. Things have to be at stake. That's what turns me on. Okay. I could go on more, but I've already gone on long enough. I'm going to stop my video right here, but I will continue my review of this piece of shit. I thank you very much for watching this long. I will see you soon on the next video.